Yo, welcome back to Run the Ropes Media Podcast. A little sad one here today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Reporting just a little bit of news. Now, listen, this happens. What would you say? Probably 3, maybe 4 times a year.
I wouldn't even say that many times. Maybe definitely after
We've already
Mania.
gotten one already.
Oh
It
yeah, we
was,
did early this year,
you know
bro.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
So maybe after every big PLE, I like Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. I don't know, but
I hope it's not that frequent, but
man, bro. But yeah, nah, this one kind of hurt, bro.
yeah, there's some big
I don't.
hitters in this one. Big hitters.
Yeah, I like just watching this stuff for years. You kind of get invested into these characters and to these superstars, and to see them leave. But I just feel like everything is just kind of like a Ferris wheel right now, as far as like where some of these men and women are gonna go. They may go to AEW, they may go to TNA, but then even if they go to TNA, I feel like within the next year or so, WWE is gonna buy TNA. Like I feel like
yeah,
that's definitely in the works. So
Yeah, like for instance,
I,
Indy Hartwell just signed with TNA, which is kind of like,
oh, did she
she was released from WWE in that
early
last
this year?
cut,
Yep.
and then signs with TNA, which is again in cahoots with WWE. So maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. But let's just get right into it.
I think it's definitely a decrease in pay, more than likely.
For probably some superstars.
Mhm.
I mean, but I don't know. Are they getting subsidized by WWE at this point?
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know. So, but let's get right into it. Today, obviously, we're just gonna be talking about the releases and or non-renewal of contracts that WWE has put out today. All the information has been confirmed by Fightful.com, so that's what we're going to be going off of. The first ones, the pair that came out that broke was Caden Carter and Katana Chance have been
Mhm.
released. I feel like me and you have talked about them a little while ago, just as far as them not really doing anything to begin with, right? Oh man, don't be laughing. People just lost their job, bro. We can't be having you laugh.
Nah, bro, it's just we talked about this a while ago, bro, when we just feel like WWE has just too many superstars on their roster to the point where like they don't know what to do with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So the crazy thing is, like, you got the women's tag titles, but like you getting rid of one of the true tag teams that was in it. So in a sense, it's kind of comical, bro. I just wish that they got a bigger push in WWE, so more doors could potentially be open for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you would look at AEW doesn't have like a women's tag division.
yeah.
So it's just like they will have to split ways unless they go to TNA or something. So I don't know. WWE kind
It's
of on one today,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. It's comical. You say it's comical. It's not comical in the way that they obviously lost their jobs.
Oh
It's
yeah, not true
comical in
that.
the fact that WWE, and we've been talking about this for how many months now, when they don't know what to do with certain superstars or groups of superstars, they just seem to kind of like throw them together and just throw something at the wall and hopes it
Yeah,
sticks. But they don't invest time and energy into actually developing a full good story behind the characters. It's
like the
like,
next,
man,
like,
it's tough.
and again, it's not funny, but like even the next person, bro. And I'm a Shayna Baszler fan. For a time,
Mm.
I've been saying we need them to do Shayna Baszler like they did in
Yeah, you've been
NXT.
a huge advocate for her,
Huge
bro.
advocate for Shayna Baszler, bro. Like this is what has kind of come. I'm just like, bro, they let a lot of good players go, bro. And then even to think like the tag team, well, the trio, first they let go Sonya Deville.
Mm,
Now they let go Shayna Baszler. So if I was Zoe Starks, I'd be like, yo,
mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily walking on eggshells, but like, bro, like, am I next? Because like I don't know how this works. Like, is it like a surprise? You know what I'm saying? So, because we just seen some of these people on NXT yesterday
Well,
or
that's the
Monday Night
weird
Raw.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
that's the
Like,
thing I don't get. I don't get why some of these people are very surprising because like they're maybe not they're in the biggest storylines or
yeah,
matches,
they're in the
but they're
middle of
doing
stuff right
something.
now. They're in the middle of stuff right now.
Like
Yeah,
for
that's
Shayna
wild.
Baszler, let's just say, right? Like obviously it sucks you just lost your job, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, this happens, but The only silver lining is they weren't doing anything with her. So
Yeah.
maybe now she can have that opportunity of being a free agent and actually going out to do something.
Where though? That's my thing. Like, where was Shayna Baszler fit? You know, again, AEW women's roster is not built for Shayna Baszler
I think she would
because
honestly yeah, it's a very small show, and, obviously, the money probably isn't as good, but Josh
I'm just
Brennan's
talking
booked
about as far as
for
like this, like
ECW, she could do
it,
work there, bro. Think about Bloodsport.
she can be a monster there, but I'm like it's kind of like Jade, how Jade was in AEW, bro. Just a monster and a beast and kind of like a smaller pond. You know, like it may be good for her, but as far as like competition wise, who can you see in AEW putting on a 5-star match for Shayna Baszler? As far as their women roster,
Yeah,
other
but
than Mercedes
here's
Moné, that's about it.
here's the thing, man. That's what happens when you kinda monopolize the game. There's only a few other options that you can go to, and
Hmm.
it is kinda what it is, right? Like,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I mean, you talk about I don't know if it is about five-star matches. I think it's just another opportunity for you to go somewhere and just continue your career and hopefully do some good things over there, get into maybe some actual storylines or whatever. They weren't utilizing her at all. So
yeah.
to a
Well,
point,
I
anything
know.
from now could probably
Yeah,
be a positive, right?
they got Marina Shafir over there too, who's a part of the Death Riders with John Moxley in them, and I know she's friends with
Yeah,
Shayna Baszler. So I mean, maybe we shall see. We shall see. Who
we
else we
shall
got?
see. You had a big one that honestly, man, this one kinda sucks, Dakota Kai.
Yeah,
Because, bro, I've been saying for the longest, I think she should have been the very first
yeah.
Intercontinental
We
Champion
both
or
said
the
that one,
United
bro.
States Champion.
We
She
both
should
yeah.
have been that
We
champion.
both said that she definitely should have gotten some kind of like push. Like even in NXT, she was a NXT Women's Tag Champ, but just her time in the main roster. Now, just reading some of the comments, some people saying, because she was injury prone and things of that nature. But I feel like had they listened to the fans and gave her the title over Lyra, like even if she would have lost the title by now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To do this Irish versus Irish, Lyra versus Becky feud that we're about to see, it still would have gave Dakota some kind of push. So that one is definitely a sad one because I feel like everybody was rooting for her, but
absolutely.
WWE didn't like give her a chance.
Nope. And it kinda sucks too because she was one of the ones that was actually doing something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And listen, at the end of the day, WWE introduced 2 new mid-card titles, right? They
Hmm.
introduced 2 new mid-card titles. One of them on SmackDown, and you had literally 2 people fighting over that thing for months. It was between Mishin and Chelsea Green. I'm not even saying that to be funny, but it's just saying it to a point, like, they
Hey,
don't know what they're
hey,
doing.
bro, you got to a point. You was like, if Chelsea Green fights Michi,
But it's true,
what
like
would happen?
somebody like Dakota Kai could have been over there in the mix.
But here's the thing, though, bro.
That
Here's the
didn't need to
thing.
go on for freaking 6 months.
But you got to remember this though, bro. It's a reason why a lot of these women, in my opinion, okay, have gotten released today because the NXT call ups they already got Roxanne Perez basically on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
They got Julia that's been popping up.
yep,
They got Stephanie Vac, bro. This is like major star power.
I
So
agree.
they gotta pay them. They gotta pay them dollars in order for them to come up. So that's honestly why I feel like majority of the releases have been women because again, this NXT call up roster, bro, is about to and I mean it's all 3 stars. I mean
Now see, here's
superstar.
the thing. I 100%, 1,000,000% agree with you, right? The talent in NXT right now is absolutely stacked. It's the best women's division there is, and I still think that the best wrestling is still down in NXT. However, a lot of the cuts from today were from NXT.
Well,
So,
yeah.
what's to say no, a lot of them, bro. We're gonna get to the list. A lot of them are from NXT. Who's to say this doesn't happen in another 5 years where you get all these stars up here and now you're just getting into a Ferris wheel because they
Yeah.
don't know what to do with all the NXT talent that does come up. I just hope that that's not the case, but let's just continue. We'll get to the main one, at the very end. You also had Gigi Dolan, another one from NXT.
Yeah, that one
Um,
sucked. I actually like Gigi Dolan. That
that
one
sucks
sucked.
because she's just doing stuff with Tatum Paxley. She just
Yeah.
got back and they're starting to again, if there's NXT call-ups from the women that are going up to the main roster, why are you getting rid of
They
NXT
they
talent?
really they really didn't know what to do with them after the sudden firing of Mandy Rose. Like when after they released Mandy Rose, they didn't really like Toxic Attraction was probably one of the best things NXT had going on at that time,
I
bro.
agree.
Real talk, like Gigi Dolan and JC Jane putting on like matches, bro, over those NXT women tag titles. And then you had Mandy as the face of the group, bro. Like
Yep.
once they released Mandy, I feel like they really didn't know what to do with them. So of course they split them up. They went their separate ways, but they didn't really. I don't know, bro. This one sucks. This one sucks. This one sucks, bro. For real, for
And
real.
and the next one, again, another NXT. Like I said, most of these are all from NXT. Cora Jade.
That's another one. That's another one. But again, a lot of people saying, injury prone and this and that.
But here's the thing about the comments and people trying to justify why people are getting fired, which is crazy to me why you're trying to justify why somebody's being fired. She's in a main storyline. She was just doing something with Roxanne Perez, who just got called up. She's been floating in between TNA, doing good stuff over
But
there.
But if you notice something, bro, when I seen the switch because it started with Roxanne and Cora. They was in like a match, and then Roxanne wound up turning her back and leaving Cora. And after that, Roxanne started doing stuff with Julia. But at first, it was always Cora and Roxanne. So in a sense, like again, they just see a bigger star. But I actually liked Cora Jade. I think Cora Jade would have been something major again. Like you can't really use the injuries, but like even if we talk about popularity, like she was still kind of over with the people. The people liked her. Like I feel like most Chicago wrestlers are pretty over with the crowds.
Mm,
And that's another one that kind of sucked.
definitely sucks. But here's my argument to you saying a bigger star. I mean, yeah, you could say Cora Jade's a bigger star, but it doesn't matter. She can get she's going up to the main roster. They just made cuts to your point to make room for the new NXT talent that's down there, right? Like the new class, if you want to call it. But why not keep so you're gonna call more people up and then what are you doing? You're just getting rid
Yeah,
of the people that are left
that's
over?
still there.
That
Yeah,
doesn't make
I
sense
get
to
it.
me. Doesn't make sense. The next one that you have, another one from NXT, Eddie Thorpe,
Yeah,
was
he was
released.
just in a little bat with Trick Williams, and then like after that, but honestly, he was never really over. Like when they first brought him in, I feel like they probably expected a lot more. Again, honestly, his shining moments was this feud with Trick and getting that win over him. Like other than that, they wasn't really using him either. They didn't really know how to use him. So
Mhm.
I'm not really surprised with Eddie Thorpe release.
Seems like a common theme here, right? Like they kinda starts to do stuff with certain people, and then all of a sudden they just are like, I don't really know what to do with you." Right? Um, Another one is Riley Osborne was released as well from NXT. Again, most of these are all NXT. Um,
Dang, yeah, I ain't know about him.
yep. And let's see if there's
I
any
know you said
more.
Gallus, right?
Gallus was also released. I'm just trying to refresh to see because literally it's current happening currently. Yeah, Gallus was released. Jakara Jackson has just
Yeah,
been
that was another
released.
one, bro. Because last week, well, no, not even last week. Just what 3 days ago on NXT, they were all there, and Lash Legend said, now it's time for us all to go our separate ways. And
Mm,
then she even said, like Miss Jackson, like you go and you be a star, well, whatever the case may be. Like that's why I've been trying to see, like, did they already know,
mm.
that they were about to get released prior? Like, you get what I'm saying? Because that was just a weird segment for them to, then release her.
Yeah, it
So
was.
I don't know.
It definitely was. And then as of right now, I believe that that's it. Now, they did say, obviously from Fightful, that there has been more that they're trying to actually confirm, more rumors that there could actually be a lot more releases, unfortunately. But the main one out of this was Braun Strowman. This is one that, bro, like, this is a mind boggling one, right? Guy was
Yeah.
released a couple of years ago. comes back. Everybody thinks now that we have the Wyatt Six, he's
Mhm.
gonna be
Yeah,
involved with them.
they ain't even do nothing with him, bro, or even with the YS6. Yeah, it sucks.
The fact that he never or they never even tried to pair them up together,
Mhm.
or at least just him and, Eric
Rowan.
Rowan,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you just have them as a tag team, bro? I You talk about missed opportunity. I feel like people would be way more interested and excited for those to be a tag team over the War Raiders.
Nah, facts. Now, this literally just came to my head on the reason why they potentially could. I heard that WWE was looking at Warlord, the my man from AEW. And not saying that he has like a Braun Strowman s like build, but he gonna be like their next monster, like their next Braun Strowman, just a guy that's gonna just run through the competition. And I just feel like it's one of those out with the old in with the new type of deals. Now, if they do bring in Warlord, I think that's exactly what Warlow. I think that's exactly what they probably gonna do. Excuse me, I think that's exactly why they probably got rid of Braun Strowman. And I don't know, I think Braun Strowman has a name to go elsewhere. You know, if he wants to go elsewhere. Um, I, I mean, it sucks, bro. You know, but I mean, what can we do, bro? We just the fans, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just, kinda reacting to it, right,
Yeah.
obviously, but that's just a head scratcher. I don't understand the point of releasing a guy, having him come back, using him as pretty much like a workhorse, right? Like, the guy's,
Hmm.
always around doing something,
Yeah.
and then he just gets cut out of the blue without trying to really kinda implement him in some type of bigger storyline.
Yeah.
That's what really kinda sucks about that one. So, we're gonna have to keep our eyes looked out and see if there's any more. Obviously, we'll notify you guys if we get any more word. There apparently is gonna be some more names that, soon gonna be confirmed. So, we'll keep you guys updated, but overall, man, sucks, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It
But
does.
it seems like, again, they're signing guys. I mean, how many new signees do you think we got this year? We got Penta, Ray Phoenix,
Yeah. I mean, they definitely been picking up some more people, bro. They just got Rusev back. They
Aleister
got
Black.
Aleister Black. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's rumored that they may be picking up other people too.
Yeah.
They don't forget they just acquired AAA.
Yep, that's
So
true too.
you know, that's I mean,
Oh,
that's more money,
man.
bro. So yeah, they had to cut some costs, bro.
Oh,
They
man.
had to cut some costs, man. And hey, I guess that was the price to pay. So we shall see. But y'all keep us posted. Let us know how y'all feel about this. Comment in the comment section below. And other than that, you got your boy Break,
Got Dylan.
and we out.
Peace.
Peace.